Well, that didn't work. Oh, man. What are you doing here at this hour, Mr. Potsdam?
I'm burying Arquette. She passed away and I'm burying her. Go away and mind your own business.
Then, where's the cat?
I left her at home. Now leave me alone! This kind of stuff can come back to haunt you. This kind of stuff can come back to haunt you. This kind...
Okay, okay. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work.
Okay.
Well, that
Damn
didn't
it.
work. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Oh man. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Man. Well, that didn't work. Oh man.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Did it.
Okay.
So, you have completed your first task. Now that you've scratched the tugger, you may proceed to your second task. You will steal a bolt of fabric from the fireman and bring it to me. Very well then. Use whatever means necessary, but bring the cloth to me here, and I shall give you your third task.
Hello, dear. How are you today? By the way, I spoke with Mr. Johnson and he's livid. Seems someone scratched up his priceless Tucker. If he finds out who, there'll be heck to pay. Edna's daughter Karen has disappeared. Karen was playing outside as Edna closed the diner, and that's the last anyone saw of her. This happened Tuesday night. That's all I know except for what's on the posters. Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. Hello, dear. Stop speaking nonsense. Don't forget to put the...
Leave me alone, will ya? This is the good part. I heard that someone took Karen, Little Miss Perfect, gonna get famous. Gonna get a picture on a milk carton.
She's disappeared. That's all we know.
Yeah, well, I heard that Karen was gone. So I went over to Miss Fitzgerald's house and asked if I could play with Karen. Her mom just stood there, you know, in the doorway, and cried and cried. And I just stood there, wondering how long it would take for her to stop. But she didn't. So I went inside and watched TV, 'cause they've got color, 'cause Edna has money, 'cause she runs the diner and all. And I sensed she was feeling vulnerable. So I asked her to fix me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And she did. Then I went into Karen's bedroom and looked around for stuff I could take, while Edna was in the bathroom with the water running. But all that there was girl stuff. So I came home. But it was fun while it lasted. I'm evil? You don't know what evil is. Mom says the blood drive is coming, Steve. You'll like that. It's for a good cause. And only bad people don't give. Good. Hey, did you ever find any sneakers? Whoa, that's great. Maybe we could trade.
What could you give me?
You know Miss Whaley and Principal Harold down at the school? Well, I found out they're messing around with each other in the broom closet. I can tell you when they meet and trade you some keys that'll let you catch them red-handed. What do you say? Swell! Here's the keys to the broom closet at Gein Memorial. That's where they meet every day. About 3:45, as soon as everyone has gone home. Sometimes I hide in there beforehand. And Daddy-o, I see some stuff that's real nasty. Take it from me. You made a good swap. See you later, alligator. There now, see how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep them that way.
man. Oh man. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Well, that didn't work.
Damn it.
Well, that didn't. Well, that didn't work. Oh man. Well, that didn't work. Man.
So, you have complete... Now that you've scratched the tucker. Very well then. Use whatever means necessary, but bring the cloth to me here, and I shall give you your third task. So, now that you've scratched the tucker, you may proceed to your second task. You will steal a bolt of fabric from the fireman and bring it to me. Very
Damn it. Damn it.
Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work.
Damn it. Damn it.
Well, that didn't work. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Oh man. Well, that didn't. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Oh man. Well, that didn't work.
Damn it.
Oh man.
Damn it.
Well, that didn't
Man.
work. Well, that didn't work. Well, that
Damn
didn't.
it.
Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work.
I can't stop and chat, Steve. With Karen gone, if I stop, I think I'll lose my mind. I've got to keep busy. Excuse me. I just heard that Mr. Johnson's Tucker was vandalized. You know, though I don't like to think ill of people or take pleasure in the misfortunes of others, I'd like to think it's a comeuppance for all the times that nasty man has bothered me. I can't stop.
Some rotten son of a bitch scratched my car! My Tucker, my baby, my poor darling, my sweet cheeks! If I find out who did it, I'll kill him, just kill him dead! I told that fool sheriff to beef up the patrols, but what does he care? Nobody cares about a limp dick fat boy. Well, I'll make them care. I'll make them care!
Did you hear that Karen disappeared? Just goes to show you what can happen without a man's stewardship in the house. It takes both a man and a woman to raise a child properly. It says so in the Bible. But try to convince Edna of that? Oh no. And now she's lost everything. This might be a good time to drop in while she's feeling vulnerable. Bye now. Hello, Steve. How's the husband-to-be?
Other than having no memory, I guess I'm alright.
All right. You should be ecstatic, considering what you're getting into, if you haven't gotten into it already. Speaking of which, I heard Stephanie was grounded. Her daddy's worried about getting his meat. Though if I were him, I'd be more concerned about Stephanie getting some meat.
Right. And you are?
You always were a kidder. Bye now.
Okay. Okay.
It's not often that I get this. I have all.
Did you say hello to your father for me? It's very important. So, how could anyone do something so terrible to her.
You think someone took her?
I think? Oh no, see, it was a kidnapping. Haven't you heard? The sheriff got a ransom note. Seems someone wants to dip into Edna's larder. Too bad such a sweet little thing has to suffer. I'm sure I couldn't tell you, Steve. Why so interested? Word to the wise, Steve? You leave that kind of stuff to the sheriff. This isn't something you want to be messing with.
Why not?
There are better ways for you to spend your time. Have you applied to the lodge yet? There's no time like the present, believe me. You should apply, and soon. Someone went and scraped up Johnson's car? Can you imagine? He'd step in a bear trap and chew his own leg off rather than suffer a scratched tucker. Serves the rich bastard right, if you ask me.
You might want to be extra nice to Mr. Potsdam today, Steve. He was turned down by the lodge again. Guess we're having the wedding at Mr. Moynihan's after all. Have you heard that Edna's daughter Karen has disappeared? These things happen. You just have to deal with them, step by step, one day at a time. Why, I suppose it was Mr. Poston. Or maybe not. I can't remember. Please excuse me, Steve. I feel the urgent need to floss thoroughly and with abandon.
You seem flustered.
Not at all. Everything is fine. Just fine. Give my regards to your parents.
Steve, it's so good to see you again. I get so lonely in here.
I'm sorry. Want to hear what's happening out in the real world?
No. I'd rather forget about Harvest for a while. Come here.
Stephanie?
I feel so close to you, Steve. Like we're the only two people in Harvest. The only two real people. Do you know what I mean? Have I? This sense I have that I've known you. It's my only link to my past.
Yeah.
Maybe it's different than memory. Maybe we don't remember each other so much as we recall the feelings deep inside. Strong feelings.
Maybe the body has its own memory.
Let's find out. I want you. Make love to me. Then take me, now.
I'm glad to see you. My faux mother keeps me up on the latest gossip. Not like she really wants to talk to me. More like she's feeding me information. For instance, she told me that Mr. Johnson's Tucker was vandalized. That's another weird thing. Every car I've seen drive by is a Tucker. There were only 31 produced. What are the odds of that?
I've always wanted a Tucker. Funny that Harvest would be full of them.
Any idea who scratched the car? Johnson was really upset about it from what I hear. I understand that a little girl is missing.
That's right. Her name's Karen.
I heard the Pod parents talking about it downstairs. When did it happen?
Tuesday night.
God, that was a bad night for everyone. Tuesday, our upstairs toilet backed up. As if that wasn't bad enough, Mr. Potsdam was livid, almost irrational, like the toilet had it in for him personally. Through the wall, I kept hearing him ask somebody named Mr. Swell whether the toilet would be fixed by dark. And when Swell said it'd take most of the night to fix, Daddy totally lost it. Swell said he'd stay all night and fix it, but that didn't seem to help. Potsdam stormed out of the house and didn't come back till next morning. Come back and visit me soon.
If it isn't my favorite son-in-law.
Think about taking some of that siding off my hands, son. I'll cut you a nice price on it. Too bad about Edna's daughter going missing. That was a strange night. I remember that evening. The Potsdam's upstairs bathroom toilet backed up. I've seen folks upset about that stuff, but Mr. Potsdam was just furious. Heck, they even got a downstairs bathroom. But when I told him it'd take most of the night to fix, he stormed out of the house. Some folks are hard to figure. Nice to see you.
I can't talk now. Dang it if the whole town ain't going to hell. Poor old Johnson. Defecating a work of art like that. Well, that's a sure sign that civilization is coming to an end. I heard Edna's daughter up and disappeared Tuesday night. Yes, sir, aliens got her for sure. All sorts of funny things went on that night. I seen 3 different UFOs over my fields. What's weird is they didn't carve anything. There was lights in the cemetery, and Swell was busy that night too. Tell him about it, Pete.
He don't want to hear about Tuesday.
Anytime, Steve.
Think about taking some of that siding off my hands, son. I'll cut you a nice price on it. Nice to see you.
Sorry, son. No time. What's that you say? Oh, yes. My button. It's been missing for months now. I keep meaning to get another, but Well, the button's very distinctive. I'd have to file an S-411 with Washington to get another, and I just don't need the extra paperwork. Sure wish I could find it. What's that you say? Oh, yes, my button. It's been missed. Next time you post. My button. Why, I lost that months ago. Where did you find it?
Funny thing, that. I found it in the ashes. At the newspaper building.
What are you implying? That I had something to do with setting the fire? Preposterous. Why, 100 people must have visited that site since the fire. You just try showing that button to Sheriff Duane, son. He'll laugh you right out of his office. Sorry, son. No time. Next time you post. My button. Why, I lost that months ago. Where did you find...
Funny thing, that...
What are you implying? That I had something to do with setting the fire? Preposterous. Why, 100 people must have visited that site since the fire. And what if I did? I guess I'd be pretty grateful to anyone who could help get me off the hook.
How?
You seem like a capable lad. Hypothetically, let's say there was a gas can sitting in the evidence room at the sheriff's office. A gas can which might have some incriminating prints on it. Someone might be very grateful for the return of that gas can. Say, grateful enough to provide whoever returned it with a lodge application. Oh, and Steve, you'll keep this to yourself. If you're smart.
I'm sorry. Anytime.
can't talk now, Steve. Don't be such a stranger, Steve.